There are also victims in Bangladesh and Tibet. Prime Minister Stephen Harper says diplomats in Nepal are working with local authorities to account for Canadians in the Asian country. He's offering his condolences to the people of Nepal as they cope with the aftermath of the quake that shook the country. He says Canadian diplomats are also assessing Nepal's needs to determine if Canada can provide disaster assistance. The evacuation of Northern Ontario First Nation Saskatchewan is expected to continue throughout the weekend. That's amid the threat of flooding. Chief Derek Stevens says within the next few days, almost all of the 1,900 people will be removed from the area. 15 to 20 will be left behind to watch over the town and the dike, which is in danger of collapsing. This is the fourth year in a row the community on the western shore of James Bay has had to be evacuated. Stevens suggests it's time to move the entire community to higher ground. Now to London, England. Queen Elizabeth II led a ceremony marking the 100th anniversary of the Gallipoli campaign. Accompanied by her family, British politicians, and other dignitaries, the campaign has resonated throughout generations, which have mourned the thousands of soldiers on the Australian and New Zealand Army Corps, cut down by machine gun and artillery fire as they struggled ashore on a narrow beach. The fighting would eventually claim more than 130,000 lives, 86,000 of them on the side of the Ottoman Turks who were allied with Imperial Germany at the time. Well, the World Health Organization is reporting that dramatic progress has been made in the fight against malaria, but that more needs to be done, however. In observance of World Malaria Day, the WHO is calling for global action to close gaps that remain in the prevention, diagnosis, and the treatment of malaria. Lisa Shawnee reports.
According to the WHO, inexpensive and highly effective tools are saving many lives from malaria. Strategy coordinator for the WHO Global Malaria Program, Richard Kowalski, says more people than ever before have access to insecticide-treated mosquito nets, diagnostic tests, and appropriate treatment.
As a result, the incidence of malaria declined by 30% globally, and mortality rates by 40% globally between 2000 and 2013.
But the WHO estimates there are nearly 200 million cases of malaria worldwide, and more than 500,000 people still die each year from this preventable disease. Most are children under 5 in Africa. One reason the mortality rate is so high is that millions of pregnant women don't receive effective preventive drugs. Lisa Schlein, CBC News, Geneva.
Well, that is the latest CBC News. Remember, we stream live and we podcast